So we start with the VOMS, okay, the vestibular ocular motion. So when you have a concussion, then you can get a disturbance of the reflex between the vestibular system and the eyes. So we can learn a lot by looking at the eye movement as to whether there is a sort of pathology going on there. So invest very heavily in craft sticks, all the really high-tech stuff. Okay, so feeling okay sat there? Yeah. So we're going to start just keeping your head still, and I'm going to ask you to just do some eye movements, okay? So the first thing I can do, can you see the X nice and clearly? Yeah. Okay, can you keep your eyes still?
We should point out there is an X on the end of the lolly stick.
There is an X on the end of the lolly stick, yes. So,
and just to point out, what we tend to do when we're doing this VOMS test is to just ask the patient what their current symptoms are. So some of the symptoms we might ask them is, yes, do they currently feel dizzy? Do they have a headache? Do they have any nausea? Or do they have any fogginess?
Yes, and we'd score those out of 10 for each symptom. So then we'd start with Smith's pursuit. So if you can clear that, if you keep your head still, you follow with your eyes. So we'd do 2, and then we'd go again.
Why 2?
That's where it's protocoled to do. So because if you keep going for a long time, everybody's going to feel a little bit nauseous. Your eye muscles are very small, they fatigue quite quickly. If you were to sort of keep your head still and move your eyes side to side for any length of time. And again, for that reason, we're not sort of going right over here. We're just doing a small movement across from there, because again, we don't want to be going right into end gaze. And then you'd say, you know, has that changed your headache?
No.
Has that changed your dizziness?
No.
Has that brought on any nausea?
No.
And any sort of fogginess, brain fog?
No.
No. Okay, and then we would do the same thing going vertically. And then we would just go through the questions again. So headaches, dizziness, nausea, and that would be your smooth pursuit. Then we'd do saccadic eye movement, so we'd get 2 sticks. I've got an X and a Y on mine. So again, if you can, again, just keeping your head still. If you just look towards the X, then the Y, X, Y, and keep moving your eyes back and forth between those. So you would do those eye movements, and then again, we would score headaches, nausea, dizziness, and fogginess out of 10 for each one.
And it's really about making sure that they have the ability to lock their eyes onto a target, and to unlock and then lock again onto another target.
Yes.
And sometimes you may detect little issues with that, what we call saccadic dysfunction. They're not able to lock on to a target. So and the issue with that is when, you know, your people will say, oh, when I'm reading, my eyes skip, or they're skipping words because they can't lock on to a target.
So what you are looking for is it goes to this target and to this, rather than it stops short and then corrects, or it overshoots and then comes back. So that's what you're clinically looking for. Okay.
One thing to kind of add on there too, if I can, a lot of times, Donna mentioned it real briefly there, but a lot of times visual dysfunction is misperceived as cognitive dysfunction. People are saying, I can't read, I can't focus, I can't concentrate on things, I can't watch the TV, I'm losing focus when I'm reading. But really it's because their eyes are missing words potentially, they're skipping over words, they have to reread sentences. They attribute it to a cognitive problem, but actually it could be an ocular motor visual function problem. So
and again, just to reiterate that, when because I'm working within a school environment, it will be the parent that comes in and says, you know, he was a straight A student and now he's really depressed because his grades are dropped. And actually it could be something based in the ocular motor function.